So, just briefly, what the budget 2024-25 tries to bring in is a balance among several objectives, because growth is important, and through better growth, higher growth, we believe that inequality can be addressed. So growth, employment, welfare spending, capital investments, and fiscal consolidation. These are the factors which we've tried balancing in the budget. So an indicator which is very important for us, if I'm insisting on doing public spending on capital expenditure, the quality of public spending is the revenue deficit to fiscal deficit ratio normally. From about 80% in 2020-2021 COVID year, on account of COVID pandemic, the revenue deficit to fiscal deficit ratio, sir, was expected to fall to 36% was very high, whereas it is now fallen to, it is expected to fall to 36% in 24-25, and therefore reflecting the fact that expenditure is going towards quality asset creation. No one can refute this data, sir. These are all available in public domain. And the other thing which is an important indicator is, I had promised in this House, sir, 21-22, that the government would endeavor to attain fiscal deficit to GDP level below 4.5% by the year 25-26, from an unprecedented high of 9.2% in 2020-2021. We have kept completely to the trajectory projected. We have not deviated from it. We are complying by that fiscal deficit trajectory given by me. Even today, you see that we've gotten close to the 4.6. Actually, this year, we have clearly given 4.9 as the fiscal deficit. So we are keeping our word on that. India's exceptional post-pandemic economic recovery to become the fastest growing economy over the last 3 years is truly magnificent, and I thank every citizen, the middle class, the entrepreneurs, the farmers, marginal workers, traders, everyone who I've mentioned, I've not mentioned, deserve big gratitude, a word of thanks from all of us, sir, because of their toil and hard work and belief that they have to bring up the situation for their families to be better, has resulted in India becoming the fastest growing economy. And how many nations, may I ask this year, how many nations have achieved this balance through the budget since post-COVID to retain that growth, ensure that this balance happens and continues that sustainable growth momentum? So at least these sort of things which have to be remembered for the sake of thanking our people, I would like to highlight these as the last few years' achievement of this government, and entirely thanking the people of India. And this couldn't have been possible unless there is a hard-working, visionary leadership which takes us forward so that the country can really come out of the COVID distress. And I thank Honorable Prime Minister for his leadership on this. Sir, I had also presented the Jammu Kashmir budget for 24-25. I'm happy to inform that the concrete steps that have been taken to enable the Union Territory to break free from the fetters of the past, namely the legacy of fiscal distress which has been inherited from the erstwhile state. We have provided substantial financial support, and I'll give the number, 17,000 crores in the union budget of the UT of J&K this year. It includes 12,000 crore towards financing the cost of Jammu Kashmir Police. That's a burden we want to take on our shoulders so that J&K has more flexibility to spend money for developmental activities. And the additional central assistance of 5,000 crore has been provided. With this support, I expect the GSDP ratio, fiscal deficit to GSDP ratio of the Union Territory would be somewhere, and I'm estimating it, somewhere in the range of 3% for the year 24-25. The public finances of the Union Territory are now back on the rails, and they are now able to focus on developmental activities, much more than ever before. And the fiscal prudence is the biggest spirit with which the welfare activities are being taken up without any compromise on Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. So, because Jammu and Kashmir budget was particularly of interest to some of the members, I would like to respond to the members as well, much before I go to responding to members on the general budget. Sir, some members of J&K have raised questions about unemployment rate in J&K. Mia Altaf MP and also Honorable Member Aga Syed Ruhullah Mehdi. They have raised issues about unemployment, and I would want to put it on the record of this House. Unemployment rate, that is for the age group of 15 to 59 years, has actually come down for J&K from 6.4% in 2020-2021 to 5.7% in 21-22 to 4.4% in 22-23, sir. So there is a reduction in the unemployment rate in J&K. The reduction is primarily because there is a lot of avenues being created for self-employment, and livelihood opportunities through Government of India schemes are reaching all people in J&K, and as a result, you can see that employment opportunities in the sense of self-employment has actually grown. So again, Honorable Member Mia Altaf had raised this issue about the works that were undertaken by the Union Territory government for the welfare of tribals. I'll certainly like to say, sir, there are about 9 important things which need to be highlighted. The Union Territory government has undertaken several initiatives for tribal welfare in the areas of healthcare, education, culture, infrastructure development, and livelihood. After 2 decades, actually, forest rights were granted to tribal communities. 2 शतक के बाद, इंतजार के बाद, ट्राइबल communities का उनका हक forest rights के द्वारा दिया गया है. 5,943 forest right certificates have been issued to the tribal people. First ever survey of the nomadic tribal population has also been conducted. Transport facilities are being provided to the nomadic tribes and the Bakarwals because they move up the range during summer and come down from the higher reaches to the lower levels. Transport facility is also being provided. Transit accommodation is provided to migratory tribal communities. Again, the communities which move from colder to slightly warmer regions in winter, including community kitchens, medical and veterinary dispensaries, and community toilets. All these have been provided for the migratory tribal communities. Professional coaching centers, scholarships, skilling for 48,000 tribal youth, 8 new hostel buildings, 285 smart schools, 6 Ekalavya residential schools have all been developed in the Union Territory of Kashmir. 80 schools to be transformed into smart schools in the tribal areas. That's a very important step forward, and it will benefit tribal children. 186 tribal villages are being developed under the PM Adi Adarsh Yojana, so helping tribal communities. Tribal Research Institute is being developed in Srinagar, and these are some of the very specific measures being taken by the government, and I hope the Honourable MP has got substantial information on the question that he asked. Sir, now I come to the general budget, in which I go by issues in which many members of parliament have spoken, so I've clubbed together members. The first issue I take up is members from the opening speaker, Kumari Shelja, Professor Saugata Roy, Hebe Eden, Dr. T. Sumati, Charanjit Singh Channiji, and many others have all spoken about how there is a threat to cooperative federalism. Only few states have been given the benefits in the budget. Sir, I'm very sure, I would like to humbly state this, I'm sure all the members know that in a budget speech, if a state is not named, it doesn't mean that no money goes to them. And therefore, that was a misleading campaign, which, being in the opposition, unfortunately, a lot of members did speak about. It pains me to know. It pains me to know that they could say that if you're not mentioned in the budget speech, your state gets nothing at all. Sir, I would like to tell you, Honorable Speaker, sir, from 2004-5, sir, 2004 to 5 onwards. First of all, I'll say Baki Rajyon ko kya hai वगैरह, but I'll first say some things. Sir,
कोई भी माननीय सदस्य बैठे बैठे कोई भी टिप्पणी करे तो आपको उसका जवाब नहीं देना।
ठीक है सर। बिना परमिशन। सर, I'll take the example, sir. Sir, I'd like to compare. Sir, I'm picking up on the budget speeches since 2004-5, 5-6, 6-7, 2007-8, and so on, sir. 2004-5 budget did not take the name of 17 states. I'd like to ask the UPA government members at that time, did money not go to those 17 states? Did they stop it? Then if they stopped it, they have every business to ask this question. I presume they didn't stop money going to those 17 states because they didn't name it. So when it is one thing for them, it's all right. When the same thing happens somewhere else, no, it's not all right, you've deceived. 17 states were not named in 2004-5. 18 states were not named in 2005-6. 13 states were not named in 2006-7. 16 states were not named in 2007-8. Money didn't go to them. 2008-9, 13 states were not named. 2009-10, 26 states were not named. 26, which means only 2. Sir, oh yes, sir, if we are being blamed that only 2 states were named and the other states are not getting anything, 2009-10 budget had only 2 states, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, and no other state. What does that mean then? It's all right when you do it. You didn't give money to those states which you didn't name. So, sir, you can't have it both the ways. You do one thing and then you blame the same thing on somebody else. What happens to the states which were not named? I'm asking now, 2009-10, 26 states of India did not have a mention. 2009-10, the full budget, 20 states. Interim budget did not have 26. The full regular budget, 20 states did not have it. So what does that mean, sir? They continue to ignore states. 2010-11, 19 states were ignored. 2011-12, 15 states were ignored, they didn't mention. 12-13, 16 states were ignored. 13-14, 10 states were ignored. So, sir, for that matter, the interim budget of 2014-15 ignored 26 states. Was there a noise? Did people say you ignored those states, you didn't give money? So, if you want to distort and create a poor, you want to give a sense of fear among people, you can go about distorting data. But this stands here, sir. Sir, in the last few years, now, each state, we had ministers go and explain how much has been given to each of the states. All right, sir?
रिकॉर्ड तो है, रिकॉर्ड है दादा, इसीलिए रिकॉर्ड होता है वकीलों के पास.
Sir, I just want to say this, sir. Just random examples of how much has gone to different states. Bulk drug parks in Himachal Pradesh for now 1,900 crores. Very recently announced by Prime Minister Modi. PM Mitra Textile Park went to Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Telangana. Have they not received monies for that? 500 crores for Greenfield Park and 200 crore for Brownfield Park. These are just random examples, sir. Railways, West Bengal, Jharkhand and Bihar, multi-tracking of Son, Nagar and Andal. Telangana and Maharashtra. Yes, it is everybody's right and that's why I'm answering. But instead of reading a complete list, I'm giving random examples so that people can understand.
2,700 crore for Himachal Railway.
Railways, Telangana and Maharashtra, doubling of Mudked, Medchal, Mehboob Nagar, Don route. Telangana and AP, doubling of Motumarri, Vishnupuram sections. Telangana and AP, Bhadrachalam, Dronakal sections. Amount, sir, 12,334 crore. West Bengal, Jharkhand, Bihar. Telangana and Maharashtra, 4,686 crore. Telangana and AP, 1,596 crore. Telangana and AP, Bhadrachalam, Dronakal section, 770 crore. These are going for railways alone.
Himachal Pradesh 27.
Sir, major highway projects, Kerala. Major highways projects. So I will like to put on record, because after all, the respective honorable members of Kerala insisted, and I'm glad to receive them, that much before I deliver the reply today, I have to meet with them. It was an all-party delegation. I happily met with them. I have no problems. I will address issues also that I have stated and let it go on record that all the MPs came and met me before I gave the reply. I have no hesitation, sir. And there is no vanchana to any state. Nobody is being denied any money. So, India's first, sir, Kerala I mentioned, NH 66, Kappirikadu, Edappalli in Thrissur district. 9,667 crore major highway project, Kerala. Sir, major money comes na, 9,606 ongoing. Money comes or not? So, Mukkola junction to Kerala, Tamil Nadu border, 1,148 crore. Sir, J&K, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Amritsar, Katra road project, 18,000. Sir, kindly, honorable speaker, sir, J&K, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Amritsar, Katra road project, 18,274 crore. Sir, again Kerala, sir. India's first transshipment port. All of us happily celebrated when a very big vessel reached Virinjam port. Kerala government, Congress government gave it. And nobody from who are speaking about AAs and A2, A1 and A2s don't question Kerala Congress government when Virinjam was given on invitation to, I'm not taking the name, one of the A's. On invitation. And nobody went. Nobody from Congress party went and said, "Arey, why are you giving to AA? Can't give it to AA." They didn't say. And afterwards, when communists came, when Communist Party came to power in Kerala, even they did not disturb it. Congress gave it, communists came afterwards, even they also didn't touch it. How much of viability gap funding has been given by Government of India, sir? 818 crores have been given for Virinjam port by Government of India for a project that they themselves invited someone of the A and gave it, and that one of the AA was given by Congress. Another who came as a communist also did not touch it. It's going on fine till today. But lectures on AA is only for all of us. Sir? So, cooperative, federalism, states not being mentioned in the budget speech doesn't have to be a very big issue. They all know they have presented budget in this country for decades. But when it is a ordinary chai wala OBC leader who comes to become prime minister and he does administration well, you then have a problem. Arey, kya ho rahi hai? Is he doing well? No, no, we'll have to protest. This will not work out, sir. People are seeing this game. So total resources allocated to transfer of states in BE 24-25 is 22,91,182 crores, and that is an increase of 4,93,645 crore, 27.5% over the last year's BE. States transfer to states, 22,91,182 crores. Sir, you know the size of the budget, and rightly, that much which is due to go to the states are going on time. Then, of course, sir, I've spoken about the criticism about not mentioned in the budget speech. I don't want to elaborate. There are other things. Agricultural allocation has come down, and legal guarantee for MSP. This also has been spoken by more than 20 speakers. Honorable 20 members have spoken. I'll just elaborate. I know Honorable Minister Shivraj Ji has been answering a lot of questions related to agriculture in the last few days. There may be some repetition in my statement, but I'd like to highlight. So the budget allocation for the Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare was only 21,934 crores in 2013-14. 13-14 में 21,934 crore rupees ही था agriculture के लिए allotment. मगर अभी 24-25 में वो बढ़ कर के 1,23 लाख को 1.23 लाख करोड़ हो गया है. 5 गुना increase है sir. Sir, more than 3.2 lakh crores have been disbursed to over 11 crore farmers under the PM Kisan since its launch. 3.24 lakh crores has been disbursed for 11 crore farmers. So institutional credit targets for agriculture has increased more than 2.5 times. 2014-15, it was 8 lakh crores. Now it is 20 lakh crores. किसान को ये पैसा institutional credit मिल रहा है. Interest subsidy is also being given to Kisan. It has increased 2.4 times. 2014-15 में 6,000 crore interest subsidy के साथ किसानों को लोन मिलता था बैंक से. अभी वो बढ़ करके 14,252 crore से सर इस साल 23-24 number of accounts of small and marginal farmers availing agricultural loans has grown from 57% to 76%. 14 में 57% लोन agricultural farmers लेते थे, अभी 76% लोन ले रहे हैं सब्सिडी के साथ. इसीलिए ये नंबर और बढ़ेगी क्योंकि हमारे प्रयत्न किसान के साथ अच्छा चल रही है सर. Sir, also a committee has been constituted some time ago to look at how the CACP cost, agricultural commission for agricultural cost and prices can work better so that किसान के लिए जो भी सुविधा मिलना चाहिए उसको बेहतरी तरीके से मिलाने के लिए कैसे काम करना उसके ऊपर ये कमेटी काम कर रही है. Sir, I want to highlight, if anything, I think many of our speakers have already said this, but I'd like to highlight this point, sir. Today, sir, the Congress Party and the India Alliance partners are all doing good lot of politics on the farmers. I'm saying it with consideration, sir. I'm not speaking loosely. The National Commission on Farmers, MS Swaminathan, had recommended in 2006 minimum support price should be at 50% more than the weighted average cost of production. This was not accepted by the UPA government. The cabinet note, which was drafted in July 2007, said, and I quote, sir, MSP is recommended by the CACP on objective criteria considering the variety of factors involved. Therefore, setting an increase of at least 50% on the cost may cause distortion in the market. In some cases, there may be a mechanical linkage between MSP and cost of production per producer. इतना कह करके MS स्वामीनाथन के रिपोर्ट को दरकिनारे कर दिया यूपीए गवर्नमेंट ने 2007 में। फिर 2004 मैनिफेस्टो में कांग्रेस पार्टी बोलते हैं कि एक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव क्रॉप इंश्योरेंस ले आएंगे, मगर सचमुच में पीएम फसल बीमा योजना ले आने वाले कौन है सर? हमारा प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी। फिर कांग्रेस पार्टी ने ये भी कहा इट वुड एग्जामिन द फीसिबिलिटी ऑफ डायरेक्ट इनकम सपोर्ट टू फार्मर्स, मगर किसान सम्मान निधि 2019 में ले आने वाले कौन है सर? माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी। इसीलिए कांग्रेस पार्टी they can go on shedding crocodile tears about farmers, कोई implementation में कुछ नहीं किया पिछले 10 साल में, ऊपर से I would say even for several decades कुछ भी नहीं किया. The failure of the flagship loan waiver, sir, मैं failure of the loan waiver 2008 के ऊपर बात करना चाहता हूँ. 2008 के चुनाव में किसान के लिए लोन वेवर के ऊपर इतनी सारे बातें की. CAG found gross irregularities in the implementation of the 50,000 crore agricultural debt waiver and debt relief schemes. एक आध विषय उसमें CAG रिपोर्ट में कहा गया कि around 164 crore was waived off in violation of the guidelines. Implementation में पूरे के पूरे गपलाबाजी करने वाले कांग्रेस है सर. 22% of the cases में lapses and errors पाया गया. 8.5 farmers out of the accounts audited were not eligible to get loans. शायद जीजा बच्चीदा आ गए इसीलिए लोन जिनका मर्जी दे गए, कोई इसमें मेजरिंग मापदंड कोई फॉलो नहीं किया. 34% of the eligible beneficiaries of the test checked accounts were not issued debt waiver certificate. ये मैं मानती हूँ बेरहम एक स्टेप है सर, जिसमें अगर बैंक वो सर्टिफिकेट नहीं देता वो किसान दोबारा लोन नहीं ले पाता. 34% of the eligible cases में वो सर्टिफिकेट तक नहीं दिया गया. इनके लोन वेवर जिसके ऊपर वो जीत कर आए 2009 में, उतना गपलेबाजी हुआ उसमें, आज किसान के ऊपर रो रहे. सर, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट के ऊपर 15 ऑनरेबल मेंबर्स ने बात किया. सर, इसमें कुमारी सैलजा की, अभिषेक बैनर्जी, सौगता रॉय जी, हिबी ईडन, राजीव राय, दुराई वाइको, पप्पू यादव जी, डिम्पल यादव जी, एनके प्रेमचंद्रन जी और के सुब्रायन जी, ऐसे बहुत सारे, डॉक्टर सुमति, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट के ऊपर बात की. मैं उनका एक आध विषय स्पष्ट करना चाहती हूँ सर. सर, आवर पॉलिसी टू मेक यूथ, इस बजट में यूथ के लिए 5 ऐसे स्कीम का एक बड़ा सा पीएम का युवा पैकेज हमने ले आए, जिसमें एम्प्लॉयमेंट भी है, स्किल ट्रेनिंग भी है, इंटर्नशिप भी है. आवर पॉलिसी इज देयरफॉर टू मेक यूथ सक्षम, स्वतंत्र और समर्थ. इसीलिए टू मेक देम कॉम्पिटेंट, इंडिपेंडेंट एंड capable, a lot of schemes have been brought in other than the 5 schemes put into PM package. 48 crore mudra loans worth 29 lakh crores have been disbursed since 2014. 29 lakh crores का डिस्पर्सल हुआ मुद्रा में. इसीलिए इस बार क्योंकि वो सक्सेस हुआ है, हम उसको 20 लाख रुपीस तक अमाउंट बढ़ा रहे हैं. 10 से लेकर के 20 तक बढ़ा रहे हैं. मैं ये 5 स्कीम के ऊपर ज़्यादा बोल नहीं रही हूँ सर, बट आई वांट टू से यूपीए इरा में जॉबलेस ग्रोथ के विषय में एक विषय हाईलाइट करना चाहती हूँ सर. आरबीआई के क्लेम्स डेटा जो पीरियोडिकली हमें इकोनॉमी के ऊपर पिक्चर देता है, वो एम्प्लॉयमेंट यूपीए के इरा में मतलब 2012 to 13 में और 13 to 14 में टोटल एम्प्लॉयमेंट एक्चुअली डिक्लाइन हुआ है. ये वो जिक्र करता है आरबीआई की रिपोर्ट. उनके कार्यकाल में जब टोटल एम्प्लॉयमेंट का नंबर डिक्लाइन होता है, उसके बारे में चर्चा नहीं करते. मैं आज उठा रही हूँ इस हाउस में कि उस समय के एम्प्लॉयमेंट क्यों घटा. Why did it come down? If you are claiming that your economy management was all very good, how did total employment figure come down? And this is RBI data, not mine. Second, sir, formal employment was badly hit. Total persons engaged during the UPA time, annual survey of industries कहता है कि कोविड पैंडेमिक के टाइम, हमारे सरकार के टाइम से ज़्यादा डिक्लाइन उस समय हुआ टोटल पर्सन्स का एंगेजमेंट में. दिस इज अ डेटा अबाउट 2012-13 एम्प्लॉयमेंट टोटल पर्सन्स एंगेज डिक्लाइन हुआ उस समय. सर, we want to highlight the fact that the annual periodic labor force survey reports show that the labor market indicators for persons in the age group of 15 years and above has steadily improved under Prime Minister Modi 2017-18 to 2022-23. Our employment figures have improved. I'm giving you at least 4 indicators for that. Labor force participation has increased from 49.8 in 2017-18 to 57.9% in 22-23. Labor force participation number. इसमें women labor force participation has risen to 37% in 22-23 from 23% which was in 2017-18. Women का participation भी increase हुआ. Youth the unemployment rate has declined from 6% in 2017-18 to a low of 3.2% in 22-23. Youth unemployment for the age group 15 to 29 has declined sharply from 17.8% in 2017-18 to 10% in 22-23. So the last point on this employment debate, sir, SBI research report which was released in July 2024 said India created 12.5 crore jobs between 2014 and 23 compared to only 2.9 crore during the UPA 10 साल. 2.9 crore UPA के 10 साल में, मगर अभी 12.5 crore हमारी 10 साल में सर. सो एम्प्लॉयमेंट के ऊपर बार बार गलत फहमियाँ प्रचार करना ये छोड़ दें क्योंकि डेटा उसके खिलाफ है.